Alright, hey everyone, Noah Walker here, back with my video series Accumulated Knowledge for Team Cardhoarder. This week, still playing some Miracles against fellow Team Cardhoarder member Chris Andersen. He is playing Elves. I'll do another match here. He's on the play, kept to 7. I think our 7 is pretty bad. Top is definitely, one of the best cards in the deck. Super important to have, but kind of want to have other stuff too, so I'm going to mulligan. This hand's okay. I'm more inclined to keep because I know this matchup, but I think blind, this hand is pretty fine. Has a plow and counterbalance is pretty good in a lot of matchups, so I'm going to keep. Though 3 counterbalances seems like a touch too many, so I'm going to bottom that. I don't really want to end up cracking this fetch early. It seems like kind of a waste. Whoa. He's playing Elves and didn't have a 1-drop elf creature and still kept his hand. His hand must just be like Green Sun Zenith, like it must have maybe it's like Cradle, Green Sun, like Visionary, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, because you're definitely getting aggressive with the Dryad Arbor plan. Yep, definitely have the Cradle. Ooh, Quarian Ranger. Add 2. Visionary, okay. Really explosive draw over here. It's possible that I wanted to fetch, or just play the fetch land, and then I could have plowed the Dryad Arbor, but I think that, saving the fetch is maybe a little bit better. But I guess I no matter what am playing counterbalance on turn 2, so it's probably better for me to just fetch actually. That was silly. Unless I draw a blue land here, then I'll save the fetch, but Brainstorm is definitely a card that makes me want to save the fetch too, but I think playing counterbalance is much better. Alright. Snapcaster. That's not great. Unless he just has a bunch of 2-drop creatures in his hand. Then it's fantastic. He did not play a 1-drop on turn 1, so it's possible he was just setting up for a huge glimpse though, so. A second glimpse. I think I'm dead. Yeah. Wow. So definitely just getting crushed here by this elf deck. It's it's turn 2 and I feel basically dead already. Unless there's a Terminus and 2 cards from the top or something. Pretty much dead. Double Glimpse is a lot of cards. Double Glimpse Cradle untapped is infinite cards. Yeah, I definitely thought that this matchup was much more favorable for Miracles than I guess apparently than it is, because these past couple of matches I've just been getting destroyed by this elf deck. I guess people just assume you have you have all these Terminuses, you have counterbalance counters all their stuff, you have a top, all these perfect Miracle draws. Yeah, they beat most decks, but if you stumble a little with a Miracles draw against an elf deck, they could kill you. So. Green Sun for 2. Okay. Ooh. That is a-okay. Got a symbiote with your Green Sun for 2. Oh, because you can't Green Suns for 1 because he knows my top card Snapcaster and he wanted to get symbiote. So I don't know why he wanted symbiote though, because he can't. Oh, because just to cast it, I guess any elf. More, I was thinking because you can't. Oh, he wanted to untap a guy, so he probably has a the Crater Hip already in his hand or something. Like it seems like he's just looking for like to have this untapped, so that he can have like lethal in a couple ways. Yeah, he probably just has the Heritage Druid in hand, or sorry, the Crater Hoof in hand. And you're just gonna tap 3 here, get 8, play Crater Hoof. Wow. Yeah, this is just really not what I expected from the Miracles deck. But I guess it's, like I think some of these games maybe I haven't been playing the best I possibly could be playing and stuff like that. But I think that it should definitely be more favorable than it's been feeling. It's turn 2. Like I played a counterbalance and died. I think I even messed up this game actually. If turn 1 I just fetch for the Plow and Tundra the Dryad Arbor, then he can play, like he has to have a land to play a 1-drop, and his start is just so much slower. Alright, yeah, you found a natural order. Gonna get Crater Hoof, and I will concede. Yeah, wow. So, down game 1, again. I think I definitely messed up this game with not using the Sword Supply Shares, or having the option to use the Sword Supply Shares on turn 1. I could just play the Scalding Tarn. But I was like, oh no, I kind of want to save it for brainstorms and stuff, but I think that was really dumb, and I should have just snapped it off and plowed his Dryad Arbor and gone along with my life, but messed up, so. Alright, you got these moats, got this Sword Supply Shares. I think Wear Tear is probably okay as one of. Don't think I want the Entreats, and I don't think I really want the Fencers. This is basically how I've been sideboarding for the majority of these matches. I'm not sure if it's like correct. It's possible that I want some number of Flusterstorm, but I don't think Flusterstorm is insane against him either. So yeah, this is definitely alright though. So I'm gonna submit this. Alright, yes, I would like to play first. This hand's great. It doesn't have double blue, which is a little annoying, but it has everything else. It's got the top, has a terminus, snare is even okay, plow's really good, counterbalance is great. Obviously having terminus in hand is like, oh, that sucks, but it's actually pretty good, because then when you draw brainstorm, you can just put it back on top, and boom, just like that. Gonna play the Volk first, of course, in case we just naturally draw blue source, so. I'm not going to use the top on upkeep either, because I think it's more important to have Plow and Spell Snare up than it is to look for a second blue source immediately, so. No Sentinel. Definitely going to end up taking at least a hit from this Nell Sentinel. It's not worth plowing immediately, because we have the Terminus in hand, so if we find something like a Brainstorm on top, then we're definitely going to want to keep the Plowshare, Sword Supply Shares in our hand, so. I will take 2. I will Spell Snare that Null Rod. Ooh, a terminus and a land. So I'm going to put it back. Yeah, just like that. Terminus, click, land. Perfect. Play land, play counterbalance. And it's actually pretty good that we have the click on top, because having a 3-drop there is like really good against Reclamation Sage. So this game's definitely looking up. Got a top, got a counterbalance. Ooh, decay. That's a little sad, but that's fine. I could just plow this and then not have to worry about it, but we have a terminus on top, so I think it's fine to just take some hits. Alright, use that top. So we'll put it back. Click terminus strand. I'm kind of leaning towards using the terminus like next turn. Definitely need the land here. We want to hit 4 for sure, just so we can make sure that we can cast the Jace and the Moat. But all lands after that, it's kind of like, don't really want that, so. Death rate, okay. Alright, yeah, I'll take 2. That's fine. Boom, terminus, okay. Not the best value terminus in the world, but I think it's worth it to do. Dried Arbor. I may have wanted to plow that Dried Arbor. I don't know. Ooh, Spell Snare is just being like insane here. Another terminus. That's pretty good. So Crocus is bad. We actively don't want it. Terminus is good. And click is good. But I don't think we want to terminus immediately, so. But I'm definitely spell snaring this. Yeah, sure, I'll take 1. Chipping in there with the incremental damage. It's definitely not doing nothing, so there's that. I kind of want to save the click for a turn where we can do something good with it, like play it with Crocus up. Maybe that's not worth it. All I'm really thinking about here is like if I just want to jam the terminus next turn. Probably yes is the answer. He gets to save the Dryad Arbor, but that's fine. I guess I was like wrong about, in one of these games I was like, oh, he's not really going to beat us just by poking us to death, but it seems like he is just going to beat us by poking us to death, so. I'll look at the top 3 just to make sure, set it up right. Ooh, Plow is great too, so. Crocus, Plow, terminus. Ooh, but something I could do here, I actually am going to do, is draw right now. Pretty risky, because you could have decay in hand. But I want to be able to play my click and have Crocus up. And I don't think that it's all that important to have the top in play for next turn. So I'm just going to draw the top, pass, crack the Strand. Or I'm just going to crack the Strand first, of course. Even though we have a plow on top, it's like, it's fine to use the fetch here. Then I'll put a stop for his draw step and pass. And then just click him. Green Sun, Arbor. Yeah, I'll take one. Sure. Alright, this game is looking pretty good, I'd say. Finding a brainstorm would be really helpful, because then we'd have Terminus whenever we wanted to, basically. And we have the Caracas to bounce the click, so that's not really something to worry about. Green Sun for 2, yep. Ooze. That's a card that I'll happily source to plush. Not really changing the clock all that much, so top, punch in. It's like actually not changing the clock at all because he gained 2 and he was at 19, so it would have been a 7-turn clock no matter what for this click. 6 more turns and he's dead. Boom. Slow and steady wins the race. Green Suns for 1. That's fine. Deathrite. Okay. And a Sentinel. Okay. So now if we have a land on top, then I'm just going to Caracas this. Yeah. Caracas this, crack the fetch. Terminus his board. I kind of want a Snapcaster Mage, but I think it's better to just hardcast the Terminus here, so I think I like this play. Yeah, I think this time, though, I am gonna upkeep look with the top, because important to possibly, you know, want to save something on top. You never know, like a Terminus. Entreat's possible too. I think I boarded all of them out though in this matchup. I probably should keep one in though, just in case situations get like this. Xenagos. I will bottom Xenagos. That's a scary magic card. Though Symbiote is like one of the best cards in their deck, I think Xenagos is even scarier, so look with top. Yeah, I do not want those cards. Get an island, sure. Look with top. Ooh, a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Now that's a good magic card. That's a scary card to see with Jace, but I think it's a pretty easy bottom as natural order, you know, because he could have a land in his hand pretty easily. 6-turn clock, we're getting there. Got 2 win conditions play at the same time. That's crazy. It's just multitasking, you know. Gavin. That's a pretty good card. Symbiote's probably going to end up going face. Yeah. Doesn't really care about the Jace, but he'll die to the click before we'll die to the symbiote. So, ooh, counterbalances. Not horrible. Definitely going to keep +2ing with Jace though. Yeah, bottom Green Suns. Alright, we've assembled it. We got top, we got counterbalance, we have a Jace, we have Karakas click, we have it all basically this game. If we lose this one, then I guess we just suck, because Green Sun for 3. Alright, I'll look. Forcible's alright. Pretty bad, actually. Nothing we really want here. So that's fine. Rex Age just definitely smashes that counterbalance. Take one from the symbiote. Okay, I think the play here is to draw the fetch land, crack it, maybe brainstorm with Jace. I think I'm past the point where I need to keep plusing with the Jace. So all right, draw this fetch. I think I have enough mana where I can afford using the top before fetching. Yeah, I don't think that a second chase is going to be great, so I can probably use it before I choose what mode I'm doing with Jace, actually. Another click is not very useful. So we'll probably just bounce the Reclamation Sage and keep attacking. Put it like this for now. Alright. Draw step. I kind of want to, like, just start doing this because we have a second click now. So, like, let's say he has the decay here, and that's, like, a little annoying or whatever, but much less annoying than just dying to something like, oh, he has Crater Rift in his hands. To something like, what's it called? The 4 mana card. Natural Order, of course. That thing. I think playing Cliff here is much better than just dying to Natural Order, so that's what I'm gonna do. I kind of want to make this trade, but actually we are currently ahead on the exchange of attacks. Because we go to 3, he goes to 6. We go to 2, he goes to 3. We go to 1, he goes to 0. Look. I actually think I want to draw this click too, so I'll put it back. Vault, turn, click. Bounce the Rec Sage. Play top. Attack for 3. Bounce the click. So many actions. Hopefully it pays off. If you draw something like Decay here, it doesn't even matter. We can let him keep that even. So Greenson, on the other hand, I am not very comfortable with him having so. Look. Definitely want to draw a fetch land this time. Definitely not going to use it though. Draw with the top. Alright, I'm at 2. Attack you. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Bounce. Bounce. Land. Top. Should be golden here. There's not, like, basically there's no cards we would really take here with the click. We can let him keep anything. Except for, like, a Green Sun Zenith or a... Yeah, like all those cards. That is totally fine. We just attack for 3 with click and win. We did it! So, yeah, that game was so long and drawn out for, like... I guess that's just how a Miracles deck will win. Like, we played 3 Terminus, which is, like, about best case scenario. Grinding him out forever with this Jason. Just the 7-turn clock of that click, I was like, he's going to die in 7 turns, and he did. I think he got a little unlucky with never finding an Abrupt Decay, but, hey, gotta do what you gotta do. Going into Game 3 now. So, it turns out that he keeps in natural orders, so I kind of want to bring in Flusterstorm against him. I think Flusterstorm might be a little better than Wear Tear. I'll try like 1. Kind of want the second one too. Maybe it's better than... I don't know what it's better than, really. Like, I don't think it's very much better than Spell Snare, because Snare hits... Snare hits it... What, it hits Green Suns for 1, it hits Elvish Visionary, it hits Null Rod, so I think those are all, you know, good reasons to keep in the Spell Snares. But what do we take out then? Snapcaster is good. Counterbalance is good. Brainstorm's good. All the cards in the deck just seem pretty like solid in this matchup. Like you want Click in there so you can have a 3 for Counterbalance to reveal, and just because it's basically one of our best ways to kill them, it's our clock. Maybe 1 Flusterstorm is fine right now, and we'll just rely on Force of Wills more. I think that's okay. Really tough deck to play, Miracles is. Did not know exactly what I was getting myself into when I decided to play it, but this hand's great. Has a top, has a moat, has a force, has a blue card, everything. Even has some lands. Doesn't have 2 blue sources yet, which is, you know, obviously not ideal, but it's fine. Deathrite Shaman. That is totally fine. Take off the upkeep stops for now. So I'm considering just playing a plains here and then playing the top, because if I don't think I'm going to use the top on upkeep, and if I just draw like a Terminus, then I'm going to feel real bad. So yeah, I'm going to plains. This land is actually a fantastic draw too, because we wanted a fourth land. We wanted another blue source, so we can just get a Hunter with this. And it's a fetch land, so if we don't want the top 3 cards with the top, then we can just happily shuffle it away. So everything is looking up. Symbiote, okay. If he's playing a 2-drop, yeah, no, he's just leaving up the Deathrite. Or just attacking with the Deathrite. That makes more sense, actually. Maybe I do want to spin top upkeep. Yeah, I'll spin it. Like, I was just like, alright, I'm not going to spin the top. And then I decided to spin it. Force is good. Land's okay. Ponder's good. I might just draw the Ponder and play it. Force and Island aren't fantastic, so they're definitely not horrible or anything, though, so. But it's definitely, you know, not anything I'm completely opposed to shuffling away. Yeah, I'll shuffle. Ooh, Brainstorm is fantastic. Brainstorm is just like one of the best cards in every single matchup. Just one of the best cards in Legacy, obviously, but in this matchup specifically, it's like, alright, now I can set up the Terminus. Everything's good here. I feel like no matter what deck I'm playing against Elves, or like normally like what the board state is or anything, I'm just like so worried. I'm like, alright, just like, please don't kill me. Like, you can do anything, just like, but just don't kill me. Like one time. It's like every time I play against Elves. And they play like lands and I get scared. I'm like, oh no, lands means they can play scary things. But I guess not really. Yeah. Got me, Symbiote. I'll take one. So here there's definitely like more of a consideration to use top on the upkeep. But I'm not sure. You know, it's like I could upkeep top with planes, and then there could be a Terminus, but I don't even want to cast Terminus here though, so I'm not even going to use the top. I think we've got a good understanding of what we want in this game. We have a Brainstorm in our hand. Let's play the Caracas and pass. That one might have been wrong. There I might have probably should have played the Arid Mesa, just because we could just use top, crack the Arid Mesa if the top cards are bad. So basically just made it so that I have to keep whatever's on top, which isn't necessarily the best play. So ooh. Ramping up over here. Texting with both. Text with both is ballsy. I kind of want to play Snapcaster, but I'm just gonna take one. Ooh. Counterbalance is probably worth it, but I can only imagine that he has something like a Abrupt Decay in his hand. So I think I'm actually just gonna take this game slow, play a moat, and pass. Have the Force of Will up. Almost seems like he's scared of us having blue mana untapped. Moat. I hate yielding until end of turn against decks like this, because then I feel like maybe they'll get me. They'll just be like, all right, Abrupt Decay, you're top. I'm like, oh, he got me. But obviously, you know, that doesn't happen very often. But it just feels like, you know, oh man, if I like just actual F6 against anyone ever, then they could just do that. Now Sentinel is fine. Natural Order. Okay, I don't know exactly what he's going to get with this Natural Order, but it's super scary, so I'm going to counter it. I'll pitch Snapcaster because he has the Death Right. Yeah, you got the Force. Alright, definitely going to upkeep top here. Counterbalance, Brainstorm, top. Drawing the counterbalance seems like the, you know, the seemingly obvious thing here, but I'm like so convinced that he has Abrupt Decay in his hand. Because what else is he not going to be casting, you know? It just like, it has to be Abrupt Decay. So I'm just gonna fetch, look with the top. Another moat does basically nothing, so doesn't, you know, it's not actually the worst thing possible, because if he kills moat or something, he'll probably want more moatness. So yep, you got it. This one's gonna be a grind for either of us to win. It's lucky that I'm up on time, because like if it comes down to like a timeout war, then I'll probably win, which sounds ridiculous with being a Miracles deck, because most of the time it's like, all right, you're pretty locked into, you will time out probably before your opponent, but here it's looking like we have enough time where that is not really the case. Ooh, I should have looked first, just in case the third card was good enough where I wanted to keep. Yep. Second Cradle. Why would he do that? Maybe it was a tilt cradle or an accidental cradle. Yeah, it definitely was an accidental cradle. Natural Order. Okay. For Rex Age, I suppose. Yeah. Have we played any Terminuses yet? No Terminuses yet. Okay. So luckily, we still have a lot of Terminuses left as our outs here. Because if we didn't, then this game I would actually be feeling a little worried in this game. Because all we have right here is a land as our draw, which is okay. We can look at the top three, because if there's a Terminus as our third card, we're definitely going to want to keep. Okay. Brainstorm, not worth it. Could like brainstorm to make sure that we have more fetch lands in hand, but I don't think that is definitely, like, doesn't seem great to do that. But if we brainstorm and then put 2 back, then we can look again. So I think because we have so many brainstorms, it's almost like okay to do something like that. But Just doesn't feel great. He needs the Deathrite Shaman, and I'm a little scared, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Okay. Plow is great, but it doesn't help that much, actually. But there is only one spell in the yard right now, so... We definitely, like, need something here, though. Brainstorm. Put back land snare. I'll look with the top first. Got so many brainstorms and like no way to win the game. Or not even win the game here. I just want to like find a way to not die. I'm at 3. I'll look with the top. Yep. Still the same 3. I don't know why I looked that time. Just, you know, the feel bads look. I'm going to draw the land first, I suppose, because... So what? Here it doesn't really matter what our top 3 cards are. We're going to need to dig anyways. So I'm going to save using the top and just cast the Brainstorm here. Put back... Cavern Spell Snare, I suppose. And I'll look. Counterbalance does nothing. So we have one look at a card here. Otherwise we are dead. Man, I've just been getting just like trounced over here. Back, snare, cavern, look. Like, man, yeah, I'm dead. There's nothing I can do. So yeah, this game I think definitely was just a little unlucky. We didn't see any snaps. We saw one snap. We pitched it to a force, though. Yeah, I think we might have pitched that to a force, or maybe that was a different game. But anyways, our one snap was removed. We were never able to find any Terminus, which is definitely really important. I feel like to win this matchup, we need to play Terminus. So, but that just didn't happen here. So, yeah, can't win. We'll see what I can. Just draw that. Play this fetch land. Get my camera time in. Like we just had to fire off like 3 brainstorms in one turn. Couldn't find any fetch to shuffle, so all the cards basically were doing nothing. And we just found not a single card to interact. No creature to block with. No plow. No nothing. So that's basically why we lost this game. But not a whole lot we could have done about it, so that's fine. It felt like in a pretty commanding position when we had the moat in play, but then again, like we needed something. Yep, got us. All right. So that was another match of Miracles against against Elves, and I just lost again. I definitely expected this matchup to be a little better. You know, I know a lot of Elves players are like they fear Miracles, so it's probably just better, and I'm just playing really poorly, or I think they're a little bit unlucky, but still good games. Yeah, time to move on to the next match.